Hey everybody, welcome to MarTEAnis with Eddie. Today we're going to be recapping the new episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, Burnin and Beefin, and the newest episode of Family Karma. So let's start with Potomac. I'm starting to believe that this season was pre-planned by three members of the cast because last night episode start where we left the last time. Last time we saw Ashley and Candice going at it, and Candice finished the episode by mentioning the rumors of Michael Darby having a male escort to do his thing, which is fine. Like, I mean, if you are into it, if you are into guys, girl, that's your business. um but it seems like Ashley, Giselle, and now I'm starting to feel like even um Miss Robin is involved in this whole taking down Candice and Chris and going after their marriage. Even Candice herself noticed that Ashley couldn't even help by saying that the pendulum sometimes, it doesn't feel good when it's on your side, right? So it feels like they have this plan out. Ashley has a lot of stuff on her table. She is going through a separation, but she's also trying to get a house with Michael Darby. So anything to take away uh, any type of um, kind of like spotlight on him, I feel like she's gonna take it. The easiest that this situation goes, the easier the separation goes, the easier getting this house goes, the best for her. And she's looking out for herself, but on the process, she is, putting allegations out there that are quite damaging for Chris and Candace. I honestly can't believe how randomly, after 7 seasons, well, not really 7 seasons, but after all this time, now all these rumors about Chris uh, are coming to light. And Candace is not buying it. That part when she said that you want to smoke here, I screamed so much because it's true. I mean, if Candy was keeping this secret or these allegations to herself, she was being a good friend to Ashley. She wasn't trying to put that out before. And this rumor has been going on for a long time. They even said it on the show last night. Robin said that she heard these rumors many, many years ago. And it seemed like Ashley doesn't really care, which make me wonder, maybe she knows, maybe she is in this, and she was trying to to do what was best for herself. She married somebody with money, and that's the only reason why I can see her marry Michael Darby, because let's be honest, Ashley is a beautiful woman. She's bisexual, as she said. um but what else, what is Michael Darby, what he has beside his money for Ashley to marry him in the first place? That's how I feel. That's my opinion. So when you see how this episode was developing, you realize that there was a target put on Candace's back. What do you think? Isn't it true? Like it's really random. And Giselle talking to Candace and saying uh, that when she went into that room and Chris was there, she didn't make her feel like he was trying to do anything bad, or it was like, be trying to be evil or anything like that. So why, when she spoke about it the first time, it felt like it? She made it feel like she was so uncomfortable around Chris that she felt like threatened or he was invading her personal space. But then last night she kind of denied it, which is making me wonder what really is this all about. Is not coming off as he has issues as a sex predator or being harassing the ladies on the show, which allegedly Michael Darby has done in the past. Not to the ladies, but cast uh, of the crew and all this type of allegations. So It's very interesting, the timing. I keep going back at it, and I'm still wondering, did Ashley, Giselle, and Robin plan this out before the season started? What do you think? I want to know. Because there's no other explanation for this Chris Candice takedown this season. There's absolutely no other reason. And the dynamic on the show, especially last night while they were shopping, it made me feel like they have planned this. Giselle talking about it, the way that she was saying that if Chris comes into this room, I will not talk to them. Well, he literally spoke to Candice the day before, and she was saying that he wasn't making her feel that uncomfortable. It's just the way that she felt. And Candice is right. If these allegations are just for pure show and creating a storyline, um, honestly, it is damaging for those women who actually go through sexual harassment. How how do you think a person who goes through this situation watch a show, and then finds out that the person they look up to because they see somebody who's speaking up against against Chris, who's allegedly trying to make a move and trying to do inappropriate stuff to them, turned out to be just for storyline. That is not a good look for Giselle. Um, I hope she realizes that by putting that out there, she better come prepared, especially for the reunion when they sit down and they dive deep, deep into these allegations. I don't see this um, being resolved during the season. I don't think that they're gonna find a common place in the middle ground where they realize that maybe Chris was not trying to do anything inappropriate, and Giselle maybe was trying to express how she felt in the moment. Um, but I'm 100% sure that they're gonna dive into it in the reunion. And I need Giselle to come prepared because it's not looking good for her. It's not looking good for Ashley because Candace has been nothing but a friend to Ashley this whole entire time, especially with the separation with Michael Darby. The best outcome of this is realizing it, actually realizing that Candice being a friend to her, and then down the line, the tables turn and uh, she, open up and say, "Yeah, Giselle was the one making this up." That's how I think it will be the best way for Ashley right now, based on what I'm watching on the show. I want to know your opinion. I want to know how you feel about this whole Ashley accusing Chris, about Giselle accusing Chris. Ashley saying that a friend, Deborah, um, felt the same way too. And not for nothing, but that girl looked thirsty for camera time. And once again, I will not put past these allegations to be just for storyline, not realizing the damage that can be done to somebody's reputation. Maybe because I saw Candice and Chris interaction during BravoCon, is that I believe that their marriage is strong and they were trying to find anything to make a show, anything to create a storyline. And looking back, I want to ask you, what has been Giselle's storyline for the past 7 seasons, beside riding the coattail of somebody else's storyline? And I mean, not everybody has to be, the main person or the main creator of storylines, or not everybody has to have a storyline to be on Housewives. But Giselle has been an OG since day one. She's been there. She's done that. And for 7 seasons, I feel like she has not deliver a strong storyline on her own. And remodeling her casita is not a storyline either. That's not a strong storyline. That's okay, that's her life, but that's not the main storyline. And like Candice said, like there's still walls to put up. So girl, get on the work of making your house look nice instead of trying to destroy somebody else's marriage. That's my opinion. Once again, this is all alleged. We don't know until probably the reunion. We will never know. And this is more like I feel type of situation. Like I feel like he came into my room, or I feel like he was looking at me. Like Mia keeps saying this all the time, and the editors, being the shady housewife that they are, keep debunking her accusations. You know, so honestly, what else there to drag this Chris storyline? I don't get it. I do not get it. Then we go into Miami. The girls are going to Miami, and finally somebody took them out of Maryland and Virginia. That's what they've been going through the past 7 seasons. So finally somebody decided to take them somewhere else, to the South Florida area, which in that not being south, not they didn't go exactly to Miami, which is really funny. And the house is not that crazy compared to like the ladies of Miami, or Real Housewife of Miami. So Cherise, this woman wanted a bathroom, but that look in that confessional was horrible. So please, please, let's get Cherise a new stylist. Instead of getting a bathroom, get her a new stylist, because girl needs it. Um, Editors, please stay shady, and keeping them clocked, because I'm just dying every time that they say something and the editors completely debunk what they say. Like the location of the house was one of them last night. That was one of my favorite things to watch. Ashley, though, once again, Miss Ashley, I'm extremely disappointed of her this season. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I'm really happy that she is finally, you know, in, currently dating somebody else, or allegedly dating somebody else that is not Michael Darby. She deserves better. And I'm happy that she is with Luke from Winter House. I'm here for that relationship. I'm here for that crossover. I think they make a really cute couple, and I'm rooting for them. And truly, I am rooting for them to at least, to have a great couple of months. But no, let's be honest. Ashley doing that prank to Candace, and uh, putting her with Wendy in the same room, and making that comment that she's gonna roll over and have a mouth with titties, you know, it's not fun. And I'm gonna tell you why. A prank that is fun, that is made out of like fun and friendship, is when you are really good with that person. When you are allowed to have a prank that is not going to upset the other person, but it's just going to be a good memory for the future. But we know that Ashley and Candice are not in good terms right now. Actually, they might hate each other at the moment, because one is saying that one is sucking somebody's dick, and the other one is saying that the husband is trying to like sexually harass the other lady. So they are not in good terms. So for her to pull a prank on her is vindictive. That's what it is. She said that she wasn't talking about Chris to be vindictive, and now she's acting vindictive towards Candace by playing this prank. It's not funny. It's childish. It's almost Mean Girl like. Like, did she wear pink on Wednesday or something? Does she wear pink on Wednesday, or I don't know, whatever rules in the Mean Girls crew have in that movie. But honestly, what is happening to Ashley to think that that was funny? and it's gonna trigger a bigger argument that I'm pretty sure is gonna explode next week. And talking about next week, that is one thing that I am still wondering. Why is Patricia back on our screen trying to cause drama between women? Nene Leakes told him to his face to stay off women's, issues. Like, dude, like, stop. You're causing drama. Go play whatever with the guys. I don't know what the guys play, golf or whatever the guys do when they get together. But he's always involved. And now he's dragging Wendy into this, and it seems like it's going to trigger a huge fight between Mia and Wendy. And I'm not a fan of either. Like, I'm not particularly a fan of Mia or Wendy, but I'm gonna say this: I'm Team Wendy on this one just because by the previews, we see a lot of physical, um, you know, altercation. We see Mia literally slam her, I think it's her purse on Wendy while she's sitting down and she's like walking away or something. And the whole throwing the glass of wine on her face, um, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. I don't agree with violence. I feel like it takes um im- I the person who becomes violent in a argument, on my side, it lost the conversation and the argument. So at that moment when Mia tosses the water or the wine at um Wendy's face, and then she literally slammed whatever she has in her hand, I think is her purse, on Wendy's face, she lost it. She lost the fight. She lost me as somebody who will support anything in this conversation between Wendy and her, because I'm not gonna tolerate that behavior. I'm not gonna support that behavior. And that's just my personal opinion. You can like Mia and dislike Wendy, but there has to be a point where you said, no, I mean, becoming physical with somebody, especially in that environment, especially the way that it seems to be happening just by the editing. I mean, we also have to wait and watch the episode. But those clips for next episode, I can't. I can't. I mean, I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it because I love mess. I mean, besties, we watch Housewife for the mess, but also we need to talk about what is happening during the show and um, understand that this type of behavior is not okay. I'm hoping the Mia apologizes to Wendy when the anger and the rage just cools off, because it is it seems to be really bad. I see person face, I saw wine toss on her face too, and Wendy, by the trailer, I mean by the previews, she's not reacting physically. She becomes verbal. Like she started to say, whatever she has in her chest, she started to say it. And that's fine. That's an argument. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? As you guys can see, Potomac, it's given. I'm happy with this season. Uh, I watch it and I know that they clocked in. They all have clocked in. They all have stuff going on. It just seemed to me that alliance between Giselle, Robin, and Ashley to take down Candace and her marriage is a possibility. How you think? Talking about marriage, Family Karma just had the best wedding I'd seen on Bravo TV ever. That was absolutely beautiful. And I'm saying, and I love the fact that they take the time to explain the viewers what is really happening and what each, you know, details mean, because I'm not very familiar with an Indian wedding. I seen it. I lived in Jersey City, that has a big Indian community. So I seen the dresses, I seen the parties, but I had never been like I never dived into the meaning of each ritual and the pieces of clothing they wear. So watching that on the episode last night, I was very happy with it, and it reminded me why I watched this show. This show, it's old school reality TV, meaning that it's the type of TV show that it has an issue and it's solved, and it's all about family. And they can fight, but they're not gonna drag this for a whole entire season like some of the housewives do. You know, last night we saw that Vishal was getting drunk, having a good time. They were having issue with it, but it's his wedding. He's allowed to have a good time. Also, we watched how they got dressed, and let me tell you, the dress code for the Indian wedding. I don't care if it's 99 degrees outside. Like we saw on the episode. Yes, it's beating, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff, but it's absolutely stunning. Stunning. I don't know if I will sit there for 3 hours though. That seems a little long for me. My wedding was the ceremony was maybe like 45 minutes tops, and I was bored because I was standing. And my husband and I were looking at each other. Okay, let's wrap it up. Let's pack it up. Like we want to just go to the party right now. So 3 hours seems a little too long, but that's part of their culture, and it has a meaning. I love how they gave popcorn with all the instructions while people were just eating the popcorn. Nobody cared or pay attention to the instructions. Um, it was great. I loved when I saw them do the seven circle around the fire, and each circle means a different kind of wish, if I don't remember wrong, in the marriage. All those little details that they showed, it's just amazing the meaning of it behind it. And for a show that, like you don't expect to learn anything from reality TV. Let's be honest, we don't watch reality TV to learn or to get new information that is vital or important. But last night episode of Family Karma did that. It taught us a lot about Indian weddings and how amazing and lit they are, because they literally party for like 3 days in Cancun, having a great time. And at the end of the night, we see Michelle ending in Enrad's bed because he probably blacked out, but they're best friends. So that's really funny. The parents, though. The speeches that those parents gave were absolutely amazing. I screenshot pretty much everything that they said because it gave me so much joy. It reminded me how important it's for parents to understand the kids are going to leave the nest. Um, I was watching I was watching the show, and one of the best one of the best moments, I believe, while I was watching, I'm trying to find the speech. One of the best moment of last night episode came down to Lopa when she's explaining how, you know, emotional she got with the rice tossing ceremony. That it means that the daughter is walking away from, you know, the security of the parents' home into her own home. So that is the best part for me, is how they explain it. Even in the speech, which was such an emotional speech, Lopa said it. She's like, I just want my daughter to be happy. And she was about to cry, but truly, truly embodied that funny behavior that she also has, because she couldn't help herself but cuss in the middle of the speech. It's such a great show, you guys. And if you guys are not watching it, please go and watch Family Karma because it's a fresh breath of air. I'm gonna keep saying this in every recap that I have, uh, here on my show about Family Karma. If you're not watching Family Karma, you're missing out hardcore of one of the most um, entertaining shows on Bravo right now. Because not everything has to be about drama, and not everything has to be about criminals or who's going to jail or who got cheated on or anything like that. This show showcase family values in a whole fun way. And I love every single character in that show. So yeah, that was my opinion on last night episode. If you haven't watched it, pay attention to the details. It's all in the details. Like even the dress was made by hand. Every single beating was hand beaten, and it's amazing. Absolutely beautiful. The fashion, oh my god, the fashion in that wedding. It's just I can't even explain it because it's so beautiful. Like it's colorful, it's fun, it's this like sense of like it's wealth in a way that is not necessarily like wealth in in the bank, wealth in like like Beverly Hill wealth. It's not like that. It's just the way that the clothing reads with all the beading and the intricate details. The men dress absolutely beautiful. The women's dress absolutely beautiful, and then they have the most amazing party. So yeah, it's incredible. Once again, if you're not watching Family Karma, go ahead and watch it because I don't want Bravo to cancel it. I'll be so sad. I enjoyed Real Girlfriend in Paris, and I'm so scared it's gonna be canceled because nobody watched it. You guys missed out. And go to Peacock and watch it, so maybe they can get a second season. And the same thing I'm asking you right now when it comes to Family Karma. Go watch the show. It's an amazing show. I got that out of my chest. I needed it. 'Cause I don't wanna lose this show. I don't wanna lose my shows, guys. That's it for tonight. And all I want to say before I leave is I have two amazing guests coming on Friday, two different side of the table. You're gonna be surprised with one of them. I'm pretty sure you're not expecting this guest to come on, and it's going to be one of those conversations that might get really spicy sometimes, but we're gonna do it respectfully because in Martini with Eddie, we do it with class, with a little sass, classy. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, you guys. Go subscribe to it. Click the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Leave a like. And also, you can find me on Twitter as MarTEAnis Eddie, Martini with Eddie, on Instagram and TikTok as well. And I'm relaunching my podcast. So if you're watching right now, this is going to be on podcast on iTunes and any uh, podcast streaming channel that you listen your podcast on. So I'm gonna be releasing that too with all the previous episodes so far. So your support is vital for Martini with Eddie, and I truly love you guys for taking your time to come and listen to my ranting about the shows that I watch, and I'm pretty sure you love too. Once again, this is Eddie. Bye, besties.